by just touching, class, ang mga butanon, kusog ang ilahang senses, okay? So one says, when he touched the elephant, it says, oh, it is fun, okay? So, portion ng tenga nyo ang nahawakan niya. So, fun, dili fun nga, enjoyment, but fun as in pamaypay, okay? Then, the other one, who touches the, ano say tawag na to ani class? What you call this one? The ivory, no, of the elephant. It says, oh, it's a bear. The other one says, oh, it's a snake. And then the other one says, it's a tree. And then the other one says, oh, it's a wall. And the last one says, oh, it's a rope. Okay? So even blind people class could express what is mathematics mathematics in their own perspective or in their own ideas, okay? So getting to know mathematics class, we're going to answer, what is it? Where is it? What is it for? What is it about? How it is done? Who uses mathematics? And why it is important to learn about mathematics or to know about it, okay? So some says it is a study of numbers and arithmetic operation. Others says mathematics is a tool or collections of skills that help us answer questions of how many or how much. Okay? Others says it is a science of logical reasoning, drawing conclusion from assumed premises or strategic reasoning. Okay, now whatever the or recognizing, classifying, and exploiting patterns called mathematics. So here we are going to discuss the origin of counting, geometric patterns, wave patterns in water and land, patterns of movement, fractals. Okay, when we talk about fractals class, we're going to discuss the new science of irregularity, which have a never-ending pattern. So where is mathematics? We see hints or clues of it in nature. Also, we're going to found it on our daily routine, as well as in our work, in people and communities, as well as in events. What is mathematics about? Well, it talks about numbers, symbols, notation. It also includes operations, equations, and fractions, and processes and simplification of process and proved. How is mathematics done? It could be done due to curiosity, with penchant for seeking patterns and generalities, with a desire to know the truth, and through trial and error, and of course, without a fear of facing more questions and problems to solve. Who uses mathematics? Okay, one of this, of course, mathematician, which they use the pure and applied mathematics, the science truths. Why is it important to know? It puts order in disorder. It helps us become better person, and also it helps make the world a better place to live in. Patterns in nature. Patterns surrounds us in nature. They tell how things work on our planet. If you know where to look to find them, out of the window, through a microscope, or in a mirror, patterns around us. Patterns in nature are visible regularities of form found in the natural world. These patterns recur in different contexts and can sometimes be modeled mathematically. Natural patterns include symmetries, trees, spirals, meanders, waves, foams, spirals, meanders, waves, foams, tessellations, cracks, and stripes. Okay, symmetry. Symmetry is pervasive in living things. Animals, okay, when we say symmetry class, it is derived from the word equal, no? So don't be confused when you encounter the word symmetry, it means equal, okay? So we could also find symmetry in animals, mainly have bilateral or mirror symmetry, as do the leaves of plants and some flowers. Also, we found patterns in trees and fractals. Fractals are infinitely self-similar. iterated mathematical construct, fractal-like patterns occur in nature, in phenomena such as clouds, rivers networks, geologic fault lines, mountains, coastline, animal coloration, snowflakes, crystal, blood vessel branching, and ocean waves. Now, when we talk about spiral, it is a common to animals such as mollusk. Also, it could be found on your plants. Okay, so this is the example for plants. If you're gonna look at it, it is spiral, but class, mind you, they are symmetry, no, or equal when it comes to its sizes and shapes. Okay, we could also found patterns in waves and dunes. Okay, waves are disturbances that carry energy as they move, while dunes may form a range of patterns, including crescents, a very long straight lines, stars, domes, and parabolas. Okay, these are the example of the dunes. Okay, have you encountered or experienced already, class, how to do the, ski? What we call this one? Surfing in the dunes. Okay, I once experienced in Ilocos. Okay, we could also find patterns in bubbles and foams. Okay, a foam is a mass of bubbles. Foams of different materials occur in nature. At the scale of living cells, foam patterns are common. Okay, itong sa mga beaches, class, okay, or sa mga waters, no? What about tessellation? Okay, we could also found patterns in tessellation. Tessellations are patterns formed by repeating tiles all over a flat surface. Gaya nito. And then sa pineapple. And then the honey hives. Okay. Okay, we could also find or found patterns of the cracks. Okay, cracks are linear opening that form in materials through relief stress. Patterns of cracks indicates whether the material is elastic or not. We could also encounter patterns in the spots or stripes, specifically on the animals. No, so this one, it shows even this one, the stripes of the zebra. There's patterns, and even the tiger and the cheetah. Okay, they also have patterns. Now, we already through with patterns. Now, let's talk about application of mathematics. One of this is your Fibonacci sequence. Okay, Fibonacci sequence was invented by Italian Leonardo Pisano Vigoglio from 1180 to 1250 or 1250 years, who is also known in mathematical history by several names. He's known as Leonardo of Pisa and Fibonacci, son of Bonacci. So Fibonacci sequence was the outcome of mathematical problem about rabbit breeding. Okay. So let's talk about Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci sequence is a series of numbers that follow a unique integer of sequence. These numbers generate mathematical patterns that can be found in all aspects of life. The patterns can be seen in everything from the human body to physiology of plants and animals. The Fibonacci sequence is derived from the Fibonacci numbers. Okay. Kanina I mentioned about the rabbit class, no? So, for example, if two newborn rabbits are put in a pen kanang kulungan ba? How many rabbits will be in the pen after 1 year? Take note, assume that the rabbit always produce one male and one female offspring. Can produce once every month. Can produce once they are 1 month old and they never die. So how could we solve, okay, this rabbit problem, okay, through using Fibonacci sequence? So first month, one pair. The second month, okay, another one pair. Third month, eto na yon, okay? This one produces this, and the other one produces this, and this one. Kindly look at the pattern class, and so forth, okay? So you could deal with this using Fibonacci sequence, okay? Fibonacci sequence class. The first two numbers in the Fibonacci sequence are 1 and 1. And each subsequent number is the sum of the previous two. So the sequence of Fibonacci sequence of Fibonacci number is defined by the recurrence of relation. So Fibonacci subscript in n is equals to Fibonacci subscript n minus 1 plus Fibonacci n minus 2 with seed values f subscript 1 equals to 1 and f subscript 2 is equals to 1. Okay, for example, f subscript 0 equals to 1, f subscript 1 equals to 1. Okay, so 1, this is our first two values of our Fibonacci sequence. So the third sequence class will be 2, okay? You just simply add this. And the third and the fourth one will be, you simply add the second and the third, so that's why you have 3 here. So the fifth sequence, you just simply add your third and fourth, you could obtain your fifth sequence. And then so on, okay? So if you are asked class, eto lang example nanto. If you started with 0 and the other one subscript 1 is equals to 1, so what is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Okay, what is the ninth sequence? Okay, if subscript 1, f subscript 1 equals to 0 and f subscript 1 equals to 1. So 0 plus 1, you have 1. Okay, so 1 plus 1, you got 2. 2 plus 1, you got 3. 3 plus 2, you got 5. 5 plus 2, you got 8. 8 plus 5, you got 13. 13 plus 8, you got 21. 21 plus 13, you got 34. 34 plus 21, you got 55. But class, mind you, when you are always remember what are the Fibonacci, the first two Fibonacci sequence value, that is always equals to 1 and 1. Okay? So if you are asked, what is the 10th Fibonacci sequence? The answer is 55. Okay? Kasi you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kasi Fibonacci sequence, the first two numbers of our Fibonacci sequence is 1 and 1. Okay?
Okay po, ma'am.
Is there any
Ma'am,
questions on that?
yes,
Yes?
po, ma'am. Wala po ga-move ang PPT, ma'am.
Wala?
Yes po, ma'am.
Ala, ganina ako nagyaw-yawa day na move. Karon na move na.
Wala gyapon, ma'am. Slide
Gyapon,
1 pa,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Wala day ay, wait lang ha.
Nana ma'am.
Okay. Pag mo class ha, you call my attention kasi pag nasa PPT ako, hindi ko makita yung mga comments ninyo. So please, might as well interact ha para makabalo ko ha kung saan ang panghitabo ko nanginggana ba nga to ang PowerPoint or whatsoever. Okay?
Yes
Okay
po,
po,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, thank you. There, balik na. Okay. Again, as what I said, the first two values of our Fibonacci sequence is 1 and 1. So if you are asked, what is the 10th Fibonacci sequence? The answer is 55. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How you obtain this? Okay, since our first two values is 1 and 1, so the third element will be 1 plus 1 equals 2. So this is our third sequence. The fourth is 2 plus 1, you got 3. 3 plus 2, you got 5. 5 plus 2, you got 8. 8 plus 5, you got 13. 13 plus 8, you got 21. 21 plus 13, you got 34. And 34 plus 21, you got 55. Kaya, ang 10th Fibonacci sequence is equals to 55. Are you with me?
Yes po, ma'am.
Hello?
Yes po.
Okay. Karon, na-move class, na-move. Nana to sa
Yes,
next
ma'am,
page.
nag-move, ma'am.
Wala pa po, ma'am.
Ha?
Nag-stop na sad, ma'am.
Slide 31 po, ma'am.
Okay, kana. Nag-move na. Okay, so dili day ko maka-share og current slide na no. Wait lang class ha. Gusto slideshow, present online. Ano di man. Well, anyways, okay. If you are asked class, determine the Fibonacci number of sequence 12. Okay, so mo to class sa 10 na natay 55. So 12 man lang gipangayo class. So what are you going to do to obtain the Fibonacci sequence value ng 11? So you just simply add 10 and 11, you got 89. Okay? 9 and 10. So 34 plus 55, your Fibonacci sequence 11 is equals to 89. But you are asked what is the Fibonacci number of 12. So 10, which is 55, 11 is equals to 89, sum it up. So the Fibonacci sequence 12 is equals to 144. Nasabtan? Nasabtan, class?
Yes
Po,
po.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, next. Kana, nag-move?
Yes
Wala,
po.
ma'am.
Nag-move po, ma'am.
Wala pa mo sa... Naka-golden ratio na tayo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Class, golden ratio class, there is a relationship in terms in the Fibonacci number sequence in our golden ratio. Okay. If we try to divide the terms, example, okay, when n equals to 1, equals to determine the golden ratio, that is equals to 1 as well. Tapos, when n equals to 2 divided by 1, you also have, n equals to 2, so the Fibonacci number is, di ba, kay the first two values of our Fibonacci sequence is 1, okay? So 1 divided by 1, you got 1. Tapos, on your third sequence, 1 plus 1, you got 2, okay? So 2 divided by 1, you got 2. Pag abot sa fourth sequence, our fourth sequence is what? 1 plus 2, you got 3. So 3 divided by 2, you got 1.5. Next, when sequence equals to 5, our Fibonacci sequence, okay, 2 plus 3, you got 5. So 5 divided by 3, you got 1.67. Next, sa sequence 6 class, ang atong Fibonacci number, 5 plus 3, you have 8. 8 divided by 5, you got 1.6. By the way, class, na may calculator. Class,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po,
na may
ma'am.
calculator. Okay, so every time mag-discuss the class, if possible, you bring your calculator, okay? Next, sa 7th class, how you obtain with your Fibonacci 7, which is equals to 13, we simply add sequence 5 and 6. So 8 plus 5, you got 13. So 13 divided by 8, you have 1.625. Until such a time, abot na tayo sa 12, 144 divided by 89, that will give you 1.618, okay? So that talks about golden ratio. Okay. Now, more example on Fibonacci sequence. What is the 11th Fibonacci number? So how we arrive with that? Simply, i-add lang nato ang sequence 9 and 10. That's why you obtain 89. Kaya ang answer nato diri class is 89. In Fibonacci sequence 14, which is equals to 116, and the Fibonacci sequence 15 equals to 188, what is sequence 18 class? The answer is 796. How you obtain that? So determine first your sequence 16. How? By adding your sequence 14 and 15 so that you could have your sequence 16 value. So 116 plus 188. For sequence 16, we have a Fibonacci number of 304. Next, Fibonacci 17, you have 304, which is yung value ng ating Fibonacci sequence 16, plus ang atong Fibonacci 15, which is 188. So, sequence 17 will have 492. So, we already obtained sequence 17. To determine sequence 18, we just simply add your sequence 17 as well as ang sequence 16. So, 492, okay, plus sequence 16, which is 304, that will give us 796. So the answer is 796. Nasabtan ba, class? Kasi sometimes sa inyong exam, no, assuming maghatag ko ingon ani class, tapos naapa ko ilaing value like muamba ko diri sequence 20. So you have to solve in details para maabot mo sa 20. Dili pwede magtag-antagan kay kahit na 1 point na class, sayang po, di ba? Sa the fact nga sa youth, diba? Sayang, no? So, another. Determine the next number of the following number pattern. 1, 1, 3, 3, 9, 9, 27, 27, 81, 81. Ay, wala, naka-answer na dahil ko. You got 243, 243. The question now is, paano tayo nakarating ng 243? What you think, class? Ano say pattern nila, class? Can you identify the pattern?
Multiplied by 3, ma'am.
Okay, what we did, we simply multiply the number by 3. Okay, so 1 times 3, you got 3. 3 times 3, you got 9. 9 times 3, you got 27. 27 times 3, you got 81. 81 times 3, you have 243. So the number is multiplied by 3. No? Next, you could also determine the Fibonacci sequence class by using this formula. Okay, try to do this on your spare time class. Ha? Okay, next, golden ratio. All right. If you keep applying the golden ratio formula to the new rectangle on the far right of the image above, you will eventually get this, not above but below. Okay, below ni siya. Okay, yan lang. Okay, eventually you can get this diagram with progressively smaller square. So you have to start here, okay? And then here, tapos ay hala. And then dito. But you have to start with the first Fibonacci sequence, no? Which is equals to 1. So 1 plus 1, you got 2. 2 plus 1, you got 3. 3 plus 2, you got 5. 5 plus 3, you got 8. So this is actually how it looks like. Gikan sa small, hantod pa, dako. Ay hala, budagan man. Okay. Next. So by adding the arch in each square, you end up with the diagram of golden spiral. Okay. The golden ratio class is a mathematical ratio. It is commonly found in nature, and when used in design, it fosters organic and natural looking composition that are aesthetically pleasing to the eye. But what exactly is the golden ratio and how can see it improve your own design? Okay. The golden ratio, also known as golden section, sometimes known as golden mean, divine proportion, or the Greek letter pi, which exists when a line is divided into two parts in the longer, which is your part A, divided by the smaller, which is your part B, which is equal to the sum of A and B divided by A, which is both equal to 1.618. Okay. In design, the golden ratio boils down to aesthetics, creating and appreciating a sense of beauty through harmony and proportion. When applied to design, the golden ratio provides a sense of artistry, an X factor, a certain je ne sais quoi. This harmony and protection has been recognized for thousands of centuries. Now, class, for further explanation about golden ratio, please visit this link provided here. Okay? Okay, class? You can take a picture, and anyways you can review our discussion by watching the recorded video. Okay, I will post the recorded as soon as we done our meeting. Okay, now some says, class, mathematics is the art of giving the same name to different things. Others says the mathematician's pattern must be beautiful. Beauty is the first test. There is no permanent place in the world for ugly mathematics. Ugly lang na siya, class, when you obtain a failing score. And you only fail, class, when you don't study your lesson. So that's the ugly part of mathematics. Okay, so according to Descartes, in my own opinion, all things in nature occur mathematically. Indeed, right? So we could also find golden ratio in pyramids in Giza, also in Parthenon in Athens. We could also find golden ratio in Michelangelo's creation, no? So the creation of Adam or painting. Also in painting of Da Vinci, which is the Mona Lisa. We could also encounter golden ratio in all the logos, especially sa Apple, sa Google, sa Toyota, and other more. And also, we could also determine the golden ratios or found or apply golden ratio in other parts of our bodies, no? Especially in our face, okay? In our arms, and even in our ears. Okay. Even class, we could find golden ratio using or applied it in nature, no? As well as in science. Even in architecture, we could find this what we call this one, golden ratio. Now you could further search about this topic class, no, on this book, okay, if you have find time. Okay, so is there any questions or clarification for this discussion this afternoon? Do you learn something, class? So I hope you already answer all the exercises that is posted on our sim class, ha? Okay lang malate, pero I tell you, class, if possible, you just simply manage your time para dili malate o submit, class, ha? Anyways, naka-indicate dito ang due date when are you going to submit your activities. So, is there any questions or clarification? So far, so good?
Ma'am,
None po, ma'am.
yung page
Okay.
7, ma'am.
Yes. What about sa page 7?
Ah, is it in the worksheet? Ay, ano yun? Yung practice set?
Teka lang ha, matus ako sa inyo hang ano. Wait lang. Oh,
Second activity, ma'am.
okay. Okay, ano yung question sa 6 and page 7? Sino yung nag-ask about page 7?
Saan yun? Sa practice set yun, ma'am.
Yes, sa practice set. Lahat ng
Ay, okay.
exercises simply drawn from your practice set. Sa MMW practice set, naala siya sa taas sa inyong just below your Google Meeting folder. Mo
Practice
lang
set yun.
inyong practice set. However, pag in a nutshell gani class, diha na matagpuan sa inyong ulo. Tanang in a nutshell sa ulo siya. Pero tanang exercises will be drawn sa inyong MMW practice sets just immediately below sa Google Meeting na folder. Okay?
Ma'am, thank you.
Mr. Aquino, na-answeran na ako yung concern.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, other questions or clarification, please? Hello? Yes, Miss Lianto, do you have questions or clarification?
Wala po, ma'am.
Okay. Other concern?
Ma'am, ang PPT po, ma'am, yatag mo sa mga.
Dili, ang kanang ang recorded Google Meet nato. Kasi bugat ang PowerPoint, no? So, that's why I'll just simply show it here sa ang discussion. Anyways, ang recorded video will be posted as soon as I got the link, okay? Adto lang mo sa Google Meeting folder so that you could review our discussion, okay? Tapos class, kung naay panahon na maka-absent mo, do not feel sorry about yourself kasi you can still keep updated yourself, no, by watching the recorded Google Meeting. Okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, you're welcome. But then, pag mag-online mo class, even though wala mo ka naka-attend sa tong meeting, please mag-attendance lang gyapon ha kasi I think hanggang 9 PM ba nga ako ang nabutang sa inyong attendance. Wait lang ha.
9 p.m., ma'am.
Okay. So, I believe na maka-online jud mo, no? I mean, maka-come online mo and ma-check mo sa inyo ano. Kasi ang attendance open at 8 o'clock and it will close at 9 p.m. So, I believe nga, maski isa ka oras, no? Not necessary, lalo na kung asynchronous class, you are the one have a hold on your time. Pero during our Google Meeting, you really have to come online during our official time. Pero kung di mo maka-online class, it's okay. No, nothing to worry kasi nga meron tayong recorded Google Meeting where you could watch para ma-update ninyo yung sarili. You will not be left behind because I always record our Google Meeting. Okay? Questions? Any questions? Clarification? By the way, class, next meeting, I will post your topic so that you could start doing your project, no? So the project will be submitted before our final exam, okay? So ang buhaton lang ninyo class, I will assign topic and then you have to make your PowerPoint. So see to it, walay mga design ang PowerPoint. Just leave it blank, no? Tapos yung mga topic ninyo. So pag topic ninyo class, you should present at least 5 examples, okay? And you have to give introduction, what is that all about? And then give your 5 examples. And that will be posted before final exam. Okay? Kasi ang project natin class is good for 20%. Okay? Klaro ba?
Yes, ma'am.
About this,
Okay.
ma'am, kaning project, ma'am, group ni siya or individual?
Individual. Ayoko ng
Okay, ma'am.
groupings kasi magsalig manggod, no? So, magka-delay-delay. So, may nang individual. No?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, class, next week we will have our first exam unless kung na ay mga changes, no? So, again, no permit, no exam is strongly implemented. However, due to financial constraints, there are some of you dili makabayad. Okay lang kasi as soon as masitaw ninyo ang inyong payment, you can approach me so that you can take your special exam. Special exam is given every Saturday. I hope I make myself clear on that. Okay? So, ayaw ka nervous ha kung di mo maka-exam kasi naamoy special exam. Klaro ba, class?
Ma'am, with regards to the special exam, ma'am, 100%
Yes.
pa rin yung points nun, ma'am? Or
Yes, walay deduction na kasi special exam. Okay, it's been unfair to you, no, nga deductionan. Kasi nga, due to financial constraints, that's why you cannot take your exam on time. That's why we're going to have a special exam. Regardless kung kailan kayo makatake, okay lang yun class kasi walang deductions. Okay? That's one thing I can guarantee you. Walay deductions ang special exam. Okay?
Ma'am, kanang
So, do
open
not stress yourself. Yes, Miss Valdez.
open po siya ang exam what time po? Sa time mo lang po or whole day po siyang naka-open?
Yes, official time lang natin. Dili siya 24 hours. So, since our time is 12:30 to 2 p.m., so open lang jud nga to ang exam from 12:30 to 2 p.m. No more, no less. Okay?
Okay po.
Okay. Other concern, please? Napay laing concern? So class, I would like to encourage you to visit our LMS since our SIM for week 1 to 3 is already posted. Please find time to read everything there because not everything that is posted on our SIM, I'm going to discuss it since this is a self-paced learning. Okay? Klaro ba, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, napay concern? You have questions or clarification? So far, so good? Okay. Now, let's have our first quiz. And the deadline of this will be tonight at 9 p.m. Nabasa na ba ninyo, class? Okay. Nakita ninyo? Naka-screen share pa rin ba?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is our first quiz. Deadline of this will be at 9 p.m. So again, basa sa instruction, ang akong instruction dito sa inyong activity, the same way class, you're going to write your answers sa yellow paper, handwritten only. Write your name and indicate quiz number 1. Tapos, write our date today. Ha? Dili kuan class sa bond paper, kundi yellow paper. Kung wala yellow paper, bond, notebook or intermediate. Dili pwede ang bond paper. Dili po pwede computerized. Handwritten only. Okay?
Okay po, ma'am. Noted.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Is there any questions or clarification?
Ma'am, sa
So far, so
quizzes na makita,
good? Yes.
ma'am,
Yes?
sa quizzes makita, ma'am, no?
Ah,
I-submit.
yes. Dito na siya i-post sa quiz class. Okay?
Ay, wala pa na post, ma'am.
Dili, kani, kopyahon na ninyo. Wala, dili na ko i-post dito ang question. Okay? Kopyahon lang ninyo ni siya.
wala pa
At
nakalagay
na
na, ma'am.
submit.
Ayan.
Wala pang submit dun sa quizzes mo, ma'am?
Walang parang ano na
Ay,
isubmit,
okay lang.
ma'am.
Kaya wala pa man. It's okay.
Ah,
Magbuhat pa ko ron.
okay, ma'am. Thank you,
Nabasa
ma'am.
na ninyo ang question, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Ma'am, wala
Gusto
po
ko sa inyo hang ha. Ha?
po siyang ma'am, itong quiz po, ma'am, yung sentence, walang 5 sentences. It's up to us po.
Give at least 5 examples. Yun lang.
Okay.
Answer directly, ma'am. No need to, yung sinabi niya.
No need na to copy the question, class. Just write
Answer
your
direct,
class, your answer as soon as you could. Okay? Quiz number 1. Yes?
Ma'am, last na lang po. Like for example, itong cite at least 3 to 5 examples. Halimbawa, 1, you will, sasabihin mo po, i-explain mo po siya, ma'am, bakit mo siya na-hate. Ganun po.
Oo.
Okay po, ma'am. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ma'am,
Ayan na.
enumerate, ma'am, or essay form?
Essay. It's an essay form, class. Okay? Ayaw po nang sobra ka direct class, ha? Nga wala na, okay, naglagot ko ani kay ani. Tapos mora. You go further, you explain, okay, further, give some details, ngano nalagot ka, unsa nga instances, ngano man na. So, pero until now ba naglagot ka pa or ganahan ka? Why? Okay? Dili nga, lagot ko kay kuan, man period, para po mataas-taas po datong score. But then, this is good for 25 points, class. Wala kasi din ako nabutang. Wala kasi din ako nabutang, class. Ayun. Last time, class, no, there are only 21 of you and I'm happy na nadagdagan na mo, no? So far, 29 na mo kabuo. Okay, welcome to the new enrollees. Thank you so much. Okay, napay mga questions or laing concern, class? Oh, sa page 7? No, kasi page 7 man, class. So, tanan, okay? Number 6 and number 7. Okay? Ay, hala, unsa dito? Number 7, page 7. Wait lang, ha? 6, 7. Sa number 7, both number 12 and 13 ang ansiran. Kung unsa tong mga question nga gipangayo, class, on that particular pages, dili isa lang. Kundi kung pila to ka number na ang gipangayo, class, like sa page 7, you're going to answer number 12 and 13. Dili pwedeng 13, kundi ang number 12 and 13. Okay? Class, again ha, you can only use document, PDF, Word, and image file attachment. Kasi yung iba din na ako mabasa. Okay? Okay, Mr. Defensor? Other concern, please. Napailaing concern?
Wala na po,
Wala
ma'am.
na, ma'am.
Hello? Okay, so
Wala
thank
na,
you so much for coming online. Keep safe, everyone, and God bless you. See you next meeting sa Tuesday na pod. So again, ang ato ang Google Meeting, i-check na ninyo every Tuesday and Thursday. Our official time is from 12:30 to 2 p.m. Okay? So thank you so much and enjoy your weekend. God bless you all. Bye!
Bye,
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye po,
Bye.
ma'am.
Bye!
ma'am.
Thank you! Ingat lahat. Bye-bye!